I'll check in briefly. Yesterday, Minnow gets to often play. We get to toss frisbee at camp before we go, and it was at dinner time, and so several of the campers were in the cafeteria, but several had also came back to their camp. And there's a large rectangle of grass where basically it's a big yard, and uh, the boys were playing frisbee, and Minnow was playing. So I was playing frisbee with Minnow, and Minnow draws a lot of attention because he can catch, and he's got skills. And by and by, the boys came over because they wanted to play frisbee with Minnow also. Um, there's a very large, I want to say stout, but he wasn't short. Stocky, but still not short. His calves were huge, and then he was very tall, and he's a boy. Um, he wanted to play frisbee with Minnow by latching on the frisbee and then yanking Minnow out of the air. And you know that sometimes Minnow has that funny little thing with his neck. I can tell. He holds it off to the side, and I'm like, uh-oh, do you need doggy chiropractic? So I know Minnow is game for tug of war, or tug of where we play, uh, but I read the situation wrong. I read the extension wrong. That, oh, surely you know what my Minnow means to me. And yeah, some game, he's definitely there, but I don't want you yanking his teeth out because you're gonna hold on to that frisbee, and you kind of being an undereducated oaf and tugging him off the ground into the air is not care. and and it reminded me of the last time I've done this faux pas is with one of my previous pets, not Honey H Hound, but which is the Pharaoh Hound before Minnow, the Chironecco. It it was my iguana Rex, and a friend of mine was a school teacher, Shelley. She had invited me to her class. I think the class was it had to be first, second, or third graders. I can't remember. The lower grades of elementary school. And she invited me to come to class and bring my pet iguana. And the kids crowded the iguana and they all wanted to pet his little spines. And they pet so hard that they broke them off. And again, that was a false read. I just felt by extension, oh, you know what my iguana means to me, and yet it's like, oh, just get in there and just be fucking kids for no reason. I, not having kids, don't always understand that segue that I need to step in as a parent and guide. But that would be the last faux pas. That when the big stout stocky guy from, he had an accent, I'm thinking Germany, but I'm not sure, very oafishly thought this was playing, pulling Minnow off with the frisbee, and then chucked the frisbee, well, like a dude. I'm gonna use my whole arm to chuck it, and I'm like, you know what? If I may ever so slightly articulate, when you use your wrist, check the wind, then check the arc. My first frisbee threw straight and it tilted. So my next frisbee I threw at an arc so that when it went the distance it leveled out and Minnow caught it. And then we were playing frisbee and it was beautiful and Minnow was beautiful. Then he got descended on by guys or dudes, little dudes. And I'm not saying all of them were pesky. I think Minnow rather liked the team, but he did have a bloody lip. And not to say he doesn't get a bloody lip when I play with him, because we do use the flex frisbee. It doesn't shatter when it bends or when he bites it, but you know, it does produce ragged edges, because we play till it falls apart because Minnow doesn't care what it looks like, and it looks ragged in one spin. In one use, it looks ragged. So anyway, so that's checking in on that. What else? I've got more notes. I've got too many notes, and I've got an appointment coming up. I think it's going to be at least 2 treatments. I've got to set up shop before that happens from coming back from camp, and I'm still bleeding like there's no end. Okay, so I'm very thankful for all the blood I could see that I lose, not just daily, not just hourly, not just half an hour. Every 10 minutes. And we can even parse that with bounty rags. I'm thankful I'm still standing because I really don't know how one produces blood to keep up with the blood loss. But the fact that I'm here and standing tends to make me think that so far everything is so good, all things considered. It just go on and on and on. Is that G-O-N-E or is that G-O-O-N-E? Take your pick. P-ick. I am, by the way, I'm wearing 2 10-hour pads. We're going to see how that goes today because 1 tampon and 1 10-hour pad soiled my clothes. I don't think I'm getting 10 minutes out of 1 super tampon. It's my 8th day of my period. The only small change I've noticed is less issuing of clots and clumping. Thankful for that, but I took more than 3 showers this morning because every time I got out of the shower on the mat, I'm like, fuck, seriously? I can't even like take a step out of the shower without a bloodletting trail to go fetch me underwear. And believe me, my underwear supplies has dwindled. It's either buy more or wash more often. Fuck, seriously, it's getting a little out of hand. Speaking out of hand, again, minnow playing with those boys, cute and comely as it was. The frisbee throwing skills, they really bunged up. They bungled a bit, and I'm not downing them as an artifice compared to my frisbee throwing skills. It's just something I noticed and something that could be true, but it wasn't necessarily given the time to. And again, I'm not putting that down either. It's more like I walked into this situation. Read it from the point of reference of my extension and realized it needs some remedy of revision. Remedy of dare, I say, revision, even to the hand dof-t. Minnow, we're good at tossing frisbee and him catching it, and he loves to parade it, and he's beautiful and he's game, and he loves to share as well. So, but it was just a team. He likes the attention. It was a team of boys, but they're all like trying to get him to come to him. And Minnow's coy. You look too ready to receive the frisbee. He checks it and he touches your hand and takes it back into play with himself. He uses his nose like a spade a bottlenose dolphin, and he can self-entertain. Toss that frisbee, catch it, rolls over his nose. He uses his paws. He manages it like a I don't know, a skater with a ice puck. He manages it, tosses it, nose. It's mine. So, all right. I think that's it. I need to get ready.